Okay, here we are, set up. We got some tools out. Start taking this thing apart. Start unbundling all the wires, and then we'll, get down to it. See if I can shine some light on this thing. So we got. There's a canvas. Yeah, we're gonna get to some stuff tomorrow. Just getting a basic layout, see what needs what. There, stop shaking, camera. But anyway, what we're just trying to do is clean up these wires and coolant line. Anyway, that little guy needs to be run somewhere, usually back into the water pump or in the radiator somewheres, or in like a fitting in the hose. Lots of options. And noticed a couple other things while I was taking some of the basic wiring apart, so that'll be good. I think we're going to end up putting a mass airflow sensor over here, and just because I feel like we got a lot more going on over here, so we're going to put it back over here and then see what we can do for cold air. Might whip up a little cold air box of some kind. Engine harness pretty well fared out. I got wires running down under the injectors, kinda, and then wires running along here all the way back. So a little bit cleaned up. They can get out of the way if you got to pull your fuel. Usually it's either injectors, coils, whatever you're going to be pulling, you're kind of going to be pulling together. So we're going to bundle those together, the injector wires and the coil wires. And then we're running a mass airflow sensor, so we got that up here in the corner, air box up here in the corner, and I think we're going to put the computer on the driver's side here, and possibly putting the fuel panel and electrical distribution over on this side. The battery's right here. You could put it anywhere really, but I think for ease of like testing and stuff like that, if all the electrical areas that you would test are on one side, it just makes it a little easier. And you know, say you pull off the road somewhere because you broke, if it's on the passenger side, it'll generally speaking give more distance between you and the road. I mean, if that's a concern, you know, or another way to think of why I would want it on the passenger side. And we're going to clean up the fuse block there. We're going to clean all those contacts, and we're going to hopefully fix up the one that I pulled out somewhere around here that goes in the stock. Well, I guess we're going to have to find that. It's just there's not many wires left because they're all like crinkling, and like if they get bent, they just break. So these are Packard 56 terminals, so I'm going to investigate taking these out and replacing them with brand new Packard 56, and then I'll be able to reuse this. Otherwise, you could buy these from a couple different places ready to plug in here and update, but since we're doing it all for exactly what he's got, we'll just make our own. I hope it goes that way. If it don't worry, I take care of that. And then anything I do that maybe the customer may not want, like I picked up some spark plug boots, you know, stuff like that. I don't have a bunch of, if I had some of them silver ones that come on the motor stock, I would use them, but I got the DEI covers, you know, so it could be an option. If they want to get this thing when they're done, take it out and drive it right away, well then plug wires ain't gonna last long by the headers. Let's take a look. So this is just gonna get real hot right there, like, and then when they get brittle and hot, the spark blows out, you know. So yeah, electrically I want this rig to run well, so I'm checking all this stuff. I might even pull some plugs and check the plugs real quick. It did run when it came in, so I don't see any problem. And then just check other connections, clean up connections, set up grounds, pull out maybe the voltage regulator and stuff like that, save it. Yeah. And there's a little stuff to work on this side too, because I know it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be solid. And I think it'd be more fun if they could hop in it and drive it a bit. So, and I'm going to take care of the steam line, put that up here. Decided to go with one that goes in the hose because one, the same hose will work. If anything happens, all you got to do is cut it, put it in the piece, and it's ready to go, steam vent. So, I mean, you could get a section and then the 1.5-inch hose and then the 1.25-inch hose. But then you're talking maybe you have to have 2 different hoses anyway, you know, unless you got one with, you know, each size on each end. So I feel like we'll just keep what they got, put it in there. Okay. So we got these, the fuse panel plug. This is half of it on the C10. This is the upper half that goes to the engine. Anyway, we got, you know, them broken wires in there that just, you bend them and they snap. Oh sure, it ain't gonna snap now. Anyway, a couple of these wires, like this one here, just snapped off. Like you bend it. So we're gonna replace these, and they're a Packard 56 terminal. The easiest way to do it though, you know, clear some of the putty that they use to seal the back up. I just take the wire cutters, you can just snip. You'll see there's a little hole inside those. But anyway, this is the male version. And that's sticking up in there. This is your Packard 56 terminal. So the edge right there is what catches. So if you just click it here at the top, it'll pull right out. And then you can get another one of these for I don't know what they cost, 50 cents, 75 cents sometimes, you know, but replacing it is a better peace of mind. Like, if I'd have squeezed this terminal and then stuck it in there and wired this guy's truck, and his wife was getting stuck somewhere because this thing failed because it'd been bent a couple times and it's 50 years old. Nope. That shit could happen to somebody else. I'm not saying you can't have a failure, but in any case, but when you're pulling in and out of that plastic too, you know, if it's not exactly right, it could just be shaving off a little bit of plastic. Anyway, it just, to me, that's the difference. You know, I just fixed it. That's all. Packer 56 in the old cars. You get familiar with these. Like my 65 wagon had a bunch of these all throughout the car, males and females, and I don't know, it's pretty nice to freshen it all up. And then I took the fuse block and I started cleaning out the terminals a little bit so they're a little shinier, and we'll put some deox stuff on there. Yeah, it'll be fine.